So on the debt ceiling, you used words like catastrophic and devastating today. But the president, again, is going to Camp David this weekend and then going to Delaware. If the situation is so dire, then why is the president?
Well, I already answered that question. So you have another one?
More specific.
I literally just answered that question.
He came back from Japan.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No.
Any other question?
No, that's it.
Okay, great. So keep going. Go ahead, sir.
When's the
Go ahead.
last time?
Thanks. Speaker McCarthy continues to criticize the president for not meeting with him for 97 days to talk about these issues. Given how close we are to this June 1st deadline with no deal at this point, does the president have any regret for not engaging with McCarthy over that time?
We've been very clear, Karen. I appreciate the question, and I know what the speaker has been saying, but we've also been very clear for the past several months of where we are and what's at stake and how important it is for Congress to do their job, their constitutional duty. We've been very clear for months and months. And look, been very clear about this, and at the same time holding the line and saying how important it is for Congress to do their jobs, to do their constitutional duty.
We cannot continue down this path. But the president waited 97 days, not even to talk to me. He could have spoken to me, said we were wrong on other angles, but he didn't. And now we're 8 days away from Biden having to default. I don't want that to happen. That's why the Republicans in the House in April lifted the debt ceiling with common sense, sensible things. They're pulling the COVID money back, work requirements, they let people go back to work, help our supply chain, make us less dependent on China, and more importantly, people working, then they're paying into Social Security and Medicare, making those two entities stronger. And then making us stronger in our energy field where we're cutting the red tape, where we could build things in America again, putting people back to work. That's reasonable, that's rational. But it sits in the Senate. But if the president waits too long, he can always take that up.
And I hear that, but I think a lot of Americans don't understand what's going to happen practically. Can you help us understand that?
So look, here's the thing. This is why we have said would be catastrophic to our economy if there is a default. We've been very clear. We've laid out what could potentially happen. It would wipe out millions of jobs, up to 8 million jobs. It would trigger a recession. It would devastate retirement accounts. It would increase costs. It would damage our international reputation. This is what could potentially happen if we default. Again, the $1.7 trillion of deficit that the president was able to do the first 2 years, a record, that could be all gone.
Thanks, Karine. Republican negotiators have been talking a lot on the Hill. One of the concerns that they've raised is that the White House negotiators have not been empowered by the White House. They say Young and Ricchetti are talented and that they work hard, but felt that they were being hamstrung by the White House. Can you speak to that and whether the White House negotiators are being empowered by the White House?
They're absolutely empowered. This is a team that the president selected. These are talented, extremely talented and experienced individuals who are now part of this negotiation team for the president on the budget, and the president trusts them and really believes that they can get the work done. And so, look, negotiations, the way that we see them, remain productive. As